Channel's Week in Review. Is this new video of captured Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit, or is it a fraud? An entire New York City park becomes a display of Jewish ritual art, and swinging chickens for repentance. It's the Jewish news that's changing your world on this episode of the Week in Review. Hello, and welcome to the Jewish Channel's Week in Review. I'm Stephen I. Weiss. Is there a shocking new video of Israeli soldier held captive by Hamas, Gilad Shalit? That's what's being said about a video viewed hundreds of thousands of times on the web. This video that's already been covered in the Jerusalem Post and condemned by Shalit's family and the Conference of Presidents of major Jewish organizations. But this video appears to the Jewish Channel to be a fraud. In the 24-second video, we see Shalit sitting by while men clad in black prepare weapons, and a conclusion with an Arabic message over the sound of gunshots. Haradachtahi al-Mahamt, or in English, is the mission completed. But despite the alarm caused to the Shalit family by reporters inquiring about the video and the additional condemnations of it, it doesn't appear to the Jewish Channel to be either from Hamas or original footage of Shalit. As you can see in this footage from a video that made headlines a year ago, Shalit was in a similar posture. If we reverse that video along the vertical axis and add in graphics, we end up with an image very similar to that in the new video. What's more, the individual who posted the video, who carries the YouTube username ImanKH, has no stated affiliation with the official Hamas apparatus and doesn't have a large following. The user frequently posts videos that seem to have nothing to do with the political message of Hamas, as in this video about adjusting one's TV settings, or these videos featuring children's animations. Like many amateur video producers, this user has videos featuring instructions for post-production methods, such as ones that could create a video just like this new one of Shalit. This user uploaded the Shalit video and titled it Video Hisri Gilad Shalit September 2010, or Exclusive Video of Gilad Shalit September 2010. But it's clearly not exclusive video, and clearly not video of Shalit from September of 2010. And so, while the Jerusalem Post gathered comment from the Shalit family about Hamas's, quote, ongoing war crime in keeping Shalit captive, the Jewish Channel's analysis of the video suggests it's the work of an independent amateur, and not an official Hamas production. Shalit does remain a captive of Hamas, as he has been for more than 4 years, without visits from the Red Cross. In other news of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, a very helpful new resource online illustrates the situation of Israeli settlements in the West Bank. Assembled by the left-wing Americans for Peace Now from Israeli government databases, the project shows Israeli settlements and their relative size superimposed on the West Bank. A checklist allows you to differentiate between outposts, settlements, and other distinctions, and is announced with plans to add photos and other features from users. While this resource is being produced by those on one side of the Israel debate, it will likely be useful for anyone with interest in it. You can find it at peacenow.org/map.php. In a story of the internal Jewish conflicts in Israel, the woman arrested for carrying a Torah scroll near the Western Wall may face further charges. The Jerusalem police recommended this week that the Ministry of Justice charge the woman, Anat Hoffman, with a felony for, quote, gravely obstructing a police officer in the performance of his duties during her arrest in July, which you can see here. A conviction would carry a sentence of up to 3 years in prison. In an example of Jews of different religious backgrounds coming together, Sukkah City is a fascinating display for the Jewish holiday of Sukkot, which takes place this week. Dominating Union Square in Manhattan last weekend were a dozen artistic takes on the traditional tabernacles. Rebecca Honig-Friedman reports.
I'm here at Union Square Park in the middle of Manhattan, where New York City's Mayor Bloomberg is about to announce the winner of Sukkah City 2010.
I just came here to do a little sukkah hopping with 12 incredible sukkahs to choose from.
Those incredible sukkahs, on view in Union Square earlier this week, were the finalists in the first ever Sukkah City, a design competition that invited anyone with an imagination and a hammer to submit their take on the sukkah, the ritual dwelling built for the holiday of Sukkot. The catch? It had to be kosher, conforming to both Jewish law and New York City building codes.
Both the rabbi who's helped us and the people from the Department of Building treat their laws as if they've come from God. So it's been an incredible feat of engineering.
A project of the Jewish culture organization Reboot, the competition was the brainchild of Josh Foer and Roger Bennett, who explained their inspiration to us at the Gowanus studio space, where many of the sukkahs were being built in the days leading up to the exhibition.
There's so much incredible potential in this structure. It's been built every fall for 3,000 years. And we thought there was an opportunity here to bring the very best that contemporary architecture and design has to bear on this ancient design challenge.
To see more of the sukkahs at Sukkah City, and to find out which one was crowned the People's Choice, please watch the full broadcast version of the Week in Review.
Thank you, Rebecca. Heading into Yom Kippur last week, many tradition-minded Jews performed a ritual called kaparot or kaparos. It's a repentance ritual in which an object is waved around one's head and then donated to charity. Most who perform the ritual do it with cash, but some still do it the old-fashioned way, with live chickens. Rebecca Honig-Friedman visited Brooklyn last week to get the experience.
It's the night before Yom Kippur. I'm in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and it smells like a chicken coop. That's because behind me are hundreds of chickens for the controversial pre-Yom Kippur ritual of kaparot. For the most traditional form of this ritual of atonement, which today is practiced mostly by the ultra-Orthodox, a person buys a live chicken, swings it around his or her head while saying a blessing, and brings the chicken to be ritually slaughtered, after which the chicken is donated to the poor. The chicken version of kaparot is carried out in the days leading up to Yom Kippur in heavily Jewish neighborhoods, particularly in the Brooklyn areas of Williamsburg, Borough Park, and Midwood. And at the Kaparot Center in the Chabad Lubavitch neighborhood of Crown Heights, these residents explained what the ritual is all about.
We wave a chicken over our head at this time of the year when God is judging us very severely. And the chicken is going to basically take away our sins.
And then the chicken will be killed instead of you.
The practice of kaparot originated in the Middle Ages and has been controversial ever since. Maimonides in the 12th century and some other Torah scholars throughout the ages have forbidden the ritual, considering it pagan in origin. Yet the practice has endured in one form or another among many Orthodox Jews. Nowadays, though, the main objection to kaparot as practiced with chickens comes from animal rights activists, a group of which were out in protest on Thursday night. To hear more from Crown Heights residents and animal rights activists about the debate over chickens as kaparot, tune into the full broadcast version of the Week in Review.
Thank you, Rebecca. That's all for this week. For more news and analysis from the Jewish Channel during the week, please check out our blog at newsdesk.tjctv.com. From all of us here at the Jewish Channel, be well. The Jewish Channel is available on cable: IO Optimum Cable Channel 291, Time Warner Cable Channel 528, RCN Channel 268, Verizon Fios Channel 900, and Cox Cable Channel 1. For more information, visit tjctv.com.